Prior to the Nigeria's deadly civil war, when a Nigerian soldier puts on the uniform, he or she knows that they are putting aside their own personal goals and ambitions for the sake of the greater good. He knows that sacrifices are necessary in order to preserve the unity of the country then. Sadly, many of the ex-military men, veterans who fought on the side of the Nigerian government during the Nigerian Biafra War to preserve the unity of the country, continue to languish in pain and penury. Those lucky to still being alive have continued to struggle to register their anger over the non-payment of their pensions in the past 44 years, as they accuse the federal government of not paying their entitlement since they left the military over 44 years ago. This is their passionate appeal.
I am 63NA 128874, Lance Corporal Adebayo Michael. I am with the 3rd Marine Commando during the war.
My name is Private Joseph Otiwa, 63NA 246062. I served in 3rd Marine Commando, 13 Brigade, 18 Battalion under 13 Brigade.
63NA 99429, last couple, Colade Kweto. I served for 3 Marine Commando, 12 Brigade, 31 Battalion B Company.
I'm 63NA 52445. Yeah, my name is Lamidi Ajishegiri. I was enlisted into Nigerian Army 10 of August 1967 as Lagos State origin. We are Lagos State enlistment in 1967. After our training in Ikeja Cantonment, they sent us to 3 Division, that is 3 Marine Commando.
Is Agbede Joseph. I was enlisted into the Nigerian Army February 5, 1968. I was training at Abeokuta Depot. After finishing my training, I was posted to 17 Battalion Iwo Road, Ibadan during the war. After that, we were moved to Benin, 9th Brigade under Lieutenant Colonel Yaradua. By then, was a Lieutenant Colonel.
My name is Merunso Falorunso Cornelius. I joined Army in 1967, October 2nd.
My service number is 63NA 241251. I enlisted into the Army in the early 69, and I was trained here at Ikeja Cantonment. After the training, we were taken to 2nd Division under Lieutenant Colonel Musa Yadua, 9th Brigade to be frank. So in 9th Brigade, we are the one that liberated part of the Midwest then.
Initially, we started earlier. As soon as we discharged from the Army, we started this struggle. We have been verified 3 good times now. The first time was in the year 2000 at Abate Barracks. But that one, we were not given any written note. They only tell us they will get in touch that we should not come again. They will send dispatch rider, because that time there was no GSM. They said they will send dispatch rider. They did not send. Then in the 2007, this is the time we did this one. This is the paper to that one. 2007, during President Yaradua. Yaradua meant good for us. He wanted to help us. He even approved it, that they should pay us. They're supposed to pay us March 2008. That was when, in January of that year, that particular 2008, January, they paid the Afghan soldiers. They pay Ojukwu himself. Ojukwu turned the whole country for paying him. He doesn't expect it. Then they pay some top army officers, including David Ma, who was the Senate president by then. he was paid. They promised us much. But unfortunately, they could not pay before Yaradua died. And when Yaradua died, for good 8 months, we didn't hear anything until November 2008. We were invited to Dobo Cantonment at Ibadan to be told by a colonel. I couldn't see his name tag, and he did not introduce himself. He only tell us that they are sorry to tell us that all the computers used for that verification, that all get burnt. Then I raised up my hand. I asked him the question, sir, if it is true that those computers get burnt, what of the master list? He said he doesn't know what I'm talking about, that what he was directed to tell us is what he has told us. Then I said, sir, I'm sorry to say again. My second question is, can't we have another verification? He said he cannot tell us. And that was the end. Since that time till 2015.
When was that? When was this?
2008, November. Now, by 2015, when this President Buhari, he asked us to go and fill another form and do another verification, which we did. And this is the time we were giving paper as genuine pensioner. If you look this particular place, you see verified as genuine pension. They asked us to go and open account. Some of us happened to go and open account, but I told them my bank, I cannot open another one. I have a current account bank that I'm using. Though I don't have much there. They said it doesn't mean they will soon pay us. But they did not pay. The most funniest thing is that I discovered they were playing game. In the sense that when they gave us this, there was no pension number and ID card number. And they asked us to come to Abuja. Many of us borrow money to go to Abuja because of that pension and ID card number. On getting there, one Brigadier General Jaco was the man. He said, we don't want you people to suffer. We don't want anybody that discharged from the army, we don't want them to suffer. You have suffered a lot. We are going to see to it. He said, so we should go back home. They will get in touch. Without giving us the pension number and ID card number, and you ask us to go back home. So I raised up my hand. He said, Baba, what do you have to say? I said, sir, how do you get in touch? Remember you asked us to come here for two things. The ID card number and the pension number. You didn't give it to us, and you are asking us to go back home. You will get in touch. And you don't even know how we managed to get to this place. Some of us are not doing anything. Since I left the army, it's only by through God that I'm still living. So how do I come back here if you want us to come back? People borrow me money to come here, and you say you should go. So many were challenging me among my men, saying, you are too forward. Why are you disturbing the general? This and that. I did not listen to them. I asked to talk to the man. Then the man said, leave Baba alone. What Baba is saying concerns all of you. Don't you know the reason why you are here? You are here because of those two reasons. The pension number and the ID card number. It is true we didn't give you, and we tell you to go. The reason is that we discover a lot of ghost pensioners who are receiving these military pensions. And you, the bona fide one, you were not receiving it. They said they are going to withdraw the existing numbers from them before they can issue new ones. That's why he said we should go. At the end, he said we should go and write application to complete the verification, which I did. I wrote two. I think I have one copy here now. So I gave them the two. They stamped the two. They gave me one. They keep one. It surprised me that up to date, they never mention it. They never say anything. But what the the pension office say was that it's only the president who can endorse it. That it was President Yaradua who endorsed they should pay us before, and it was the one who endorsed the one of Biafran soldiers and Ujuku himself. Then we decided to appeal to President Buhari. This is the letter we have been written. These copies of the letter we have been written. This one, the one in the front, bears the human rights defenders. While the first one here is His Excellency, President Buhari. The second copy was through Honorable Femi Adesina. While the third one was Senate President. This third one was Senate President. The next one was Minister for Defense. And that's all. So we wrote.
And all these were received by the government.
Yes,
the relevant agencies.
They stamp it, they receive it. We have the.
When were these letters sent to
just about 1 or 2 months now.
About 2 months ago.
About 2 months ago.
So have there been any responses from the federal government
At all.
Up
till now, they never.
Now, earlier on
Yes, 7th June.
Earlier on, you mentioned the fact that Biafran soldiers, those who actually rebelled, have been paid.
Yeah.
So why are the Nigerian military who fought on the Nigerian side, why have they not been paid?
This is our concern now. This is why we are now appealing to all well-meaning Nigerians, those who are fearing, God-fearing,
Nigerians,
to come to our aid, to help us persuade this present government. Before they go, they should fear God. They should help us. We want them to help us. I think we have money. We're supposed to be at Aso Rock now. We're supposed to be there. We will be sleeping there until they will consider us human beings. Because after we fought to keep this country one, we fought tooth and nail. That war is no joke. It's not child play. A war they use armored car, they use bombardment, they use mines and all these things. Even booby traps in the bush. You cannot move in the bush without getting booby trap. It's a tiny thing. If your leg just pull it, it's up and it kills many people. Yet, after all this is why today you see soldiers, Boko Haram, soldiers running for Boko Haram. It's why. Because most of them knew what happened to us. Where we go for this verification, we feel form. They know the reason why we are in their barracks. But yet, do we have the money? We were not paid. We beg this government. We beg our fellow Nigerians, those God-fearing Nigerians. Let them assist us. Let them help us to persuade our president and those in government, the Senate President, the Minister for Defense, and so on and so forth. Let them help us. We cannot help ourselves. We have labored for this country. We have suffered. We have devoted our life to fight for this country. When I joined the army, nobody forced me. I forced myself into the army. I took myself there, and I was in the war front. I told Marine Commando, Benjamin Adekunle, the Black Scorpion, was our commander. Though my real commander from Army Engineers he was Colonel by then. Though he became Brigadier General, he was Colonel by then. H.O.D. Igaga. He became administrator of Ogun State before he died. He's dead now. But we thank God we are still alive. We are still managing. Let these people treat us as human beings. Let them know that we are human beings like them. Let them give us our entitlement. We beg them with God's name. Let them help us. We cannot help ourselves. We are suffering. If we say we are not suffering, it's a lie. Many of us cannot even eat
have died
sparely at home. We cannot. We keep on begging. How can somebody who fought to keep Nigeria one still living today, then begging for food, begging for money, for somebody to help them? It's unfortunate. Sometimes I regret being a Nigerian, fighting for Nigeria's side. Why? Because of what? The treatment they were giving us. They forgot us. They treat us as Mr. Nobody, as if we are nobody. Here we copy. They don't do like that. If a soldier is retired in UK today, before he retire, everything is settled with him. Even the house is going to occupy, his own house, they will give it to him. In Germany, the same thing. In France, the same thing. But why are we like this in Africa? I am begging they should help us.
Now, I wanted to find out, there is a recent claim by the federal government that those who are not qualified, because some of your people were not qualified because they served less than 15 years in the Nigerian army.
Sir.
And so they do not qualify for pension.
Okay, sir.
And they wanted to use Decree 102.
If I will respond to that question. One, those who discharged before us, They use 10 years for them. They use 10 years for them.
Yes.
Now, those who discharged after us in 1992 or in 1992, yeah, those who discharged after us, they check 10 years for them. Why should they put our out to 15 in the first place? And moreover, the funniest thing was that those who fought the civil war, those who devote their time to fight to keep this country one, they are now saying because they did not spend up to 15 years, they are not entitled. But are the Biafran soldiers entitled? Is Ojukwu entitled? If they can pay Ojukwu and pay the Biafran soldiers, they are supposed to pay us. They should fear God and do what is right. We beg them. We beg them. We cannot force them. We cannot do anything. But the God who help us to win that war, that God is not dead. The God is still living. He's ready to fight for us. We beg them. Let them know that God is living. Let them help us.
So what came out of the second verification that was conducted in 2015 after the first verifications and claims?
This is what I said just now. I said simply because
I'm still coming to you, sir.
Yes, simply because they give us this, they did not put the pension number and ID card number, and they purposely did it. The computer that did this thing can apply the numbers, but they purposely did it. Then they asked us to come to Abuja. You see, and on getting there, they were now giving excuses, telling us different things, telling us that the computer, telling us that they discover a lot of ghost pensioners who were never in the army and they are receiving military pensions. And you, the bona fide one, you didn't have it. So we want you to go, we will get in touch. And that was the end. Till today, they didn't do anything.
But when I was in the war front, I was a corporal. But after the war, they asked everybody to drop his rank. I become a private till when I discharged from army. I did not discharge because I want to leave army. You can see me, I'm still young. I lost my two immediate brothers in Nigerian army. My senior brother died in the war front. After the war, 1973, my junior brother was in Reiki regiment at Asaba. When they were playing ball, they played him boot at the head. From there, his head turned. They take him to military hospital at Benin. And 1973, 7th Brigade was transferred from Asaba to Sokoto, while we 74 Battalion was at Guzo. After that Guzo, we cannot know where my junior brother is again. We don't know whereabouts of him. Okay, I myself.
Where is it?
I was in C Company, 74 Battalion. We were posted to Sokoto Road on completed barracks, which there I suffered pneumonia. Almost about years, I suffered pneumonia. Luckily, they put my name in transfer to Ibadan, not knowing it's army band. And when they tested me, they said I have lungs problem, that I cannot be able to blow any instrument. They took me to 174 Battalion. For there, I was posted to C Company 2. And when they were going to range, I demonstrated what God gave me as a gift. I'm a marksman in the army. They respected me, but that pneumonia started troubling me. I went back to a military base hospital, Ibadan. I was treated by Dr. Adioye. Not knowing Adioye wrote a letter that this man should not die in the army. They should allow him to leave army.
All right.
So that is how I leave Nigerian army. You see, and when I leave, I was paid 1,200 naira. That is what I was paid. And in 1978, that is 2015, our president, the blessed president, Buhari, he now said those that serve 10 years and above again should go and register as pensioners. Till today, nothing was done for us. We are begging and kneeling down to beg all the whole nation Nigeria, the patriotic Nigerians, mostly our women, the Nigerian army wives, and all the generals, from General Buhari, from General Gowon, General Obasanjo, General IBB, and others to help us. As you see me, I have a stroke problem. I'm a man with a stroke. As you see me, so it's only God that is saving me. No money to pay for where I'm living. My children are suffering. I am begging Nigeria, patriotic Nigerians, good Nigeria to rescue us. Since almost about 7 or 8 years now, they give us this verification paper as genuine pensioners. Till today, nothing was done for us. They say we are not qualified. If we are not qualified, they cannot look. Okay, we don't know Gazette of Army, whether you have served 15 years or not before you. I didn't know what is Army, what do you call it? Army law. We don't know anything about Army law. It is when we went to Abuja, after the pension, we went to Abuja almost 3 times. They told us that we are not qualified. We are not qualified for what? But the first person, the people that faced war, they pay them 10 years. The second people now, from now, they're paying them 10 years and 10 years. We that served Nigerian army, that fought the civil war, nothing was given to us. Say we are not qualified. And we are begging all the politicians today. Politicians serve 4 years. They will pay them pension. They will give them houses. They will give them everywhere. We are begging Nigeria. Nigeria, we are begging you people. Nigeria, we are begging you people. Make una not let us die.
Buhari is aware of this and
Yes.
has even directed the Nigerian military to pay
To do the
bidding,
verification.
but exactly. But we had report that the chief of defense staff, that General Olusegun, who is also has not attended to this matter for reasons best known to him. We wanted to find out, sir, because we had a report about part of the reasons why he has not attended to the matter, that there was a guideline. Olusegun and the chairman, Nigerian Military Pension Board, Major General Ibi Adamu, last year actually signed a new guideline on administration of military pension for personnel to exclude your people, because the voluntary or discharged soldiers from the southwest states from enjoying what personnel in the Nigerian armed forces are now enjoying. Why did they resort to signing those kind of? Are you aware that a circular like that was
I
signed?
don't know.
We don't know.
We don't have it. We don't have such stuff.
So the question is, has these issues or your concerns and your demands, has it been raised with General Olusegun as well as Major General Ibi Adamu?
We don't know. All we know is that right
Military
from what
Pension Board.
I said, the military pension board, they have been playing games over these things. They have been playing games. If they are not playing games, you can imagine Yaradua approved this money to be paid. You eventually invited us to Udogbo cantonment at Ibadan to be informed that all the computers used get burnt. How can you can imagine? That's woman being for you. Then the second point is that they give us this one showing that we are genuine pensioners, but they simply and cunningly remove pension number and ID card number. One expecting us to come to Abuja, and on reaching there,
And we went to Abuja,
and we went there,
nothing was done.
they still play
They
over
said
it.
Buhari has not signed it yet.
This is human being for you. So our God is more than general. It's more than field marshal. It's more than president. But we are begging them with the name of this only God, the only one God that is ruling the whole world. We beg them to consider us and help us.
Now, could you also relate to us what has been the plight of your members, especially those who are in critical conditions at this point? What has been the situation?
It's numerous. Some people have suffered and died. Last year, we were holding something here. Somebody who prayed in that meeting, the following week, we heard he has died. He was the one who prayed for us.
When we finish.
By the time. But the following week, he has died. And as at this present time, many of us are suffering. Last 2 months, I was at Longe Hospital. They could not diagnose what is wrong with me. I was sick. I knew I was sick. I cannot eat. If I eat, I vomit. They first of all say it was malaria. Later, the Longe Hospital say it was malaria. It's not ordinary malaria, but malaria parasite. They treated me for parasite. Later, they say it was cold, too much cold. They treated me for cold. It's only at night I dream. Somebody was talking to me in the dream that you have treated malaria, you have treated typhoid, you have treated parasite, and you have treated cold. What of typhoid? Typhoid unko? That's the way he put the question. When I wake up, I say, who was talking? Then I remember it's a dream. Then I have to go and inquire for my typhoid medication. Then they recommended Cipro. So I bought Cipro and I use it, and I'm okay today. So that's God for you. Many of our people are suffering, they are handicapped. We are managing to live.
Even somebody we talked to yesterday is in the hospital now.
Among our members.
He said he cannot. One is blind, one is partially blind now.
I wanted to call him yesterday to come to this meeting. It was his daughter.
We are begging Nigerians. We are begging the generals, mostly Nigerian generals. Let them consider us.
We beg all peace-loving and God-fearing Nigerians to consider us as human beings. Let them help us. They should not look at it. Both the clergymen, let them help us. Let them help us. We cannot help ourselves. We are handicapped. We are powerless. Let them help us. We have suffered enough for 40-something years now. 42 and 43 years. This is the radius we have suffered since 1979, 78, 79.
What about those who even died during the Nigerian Civil War?
Oh, their wives are still suffering and their children. I mean the ones that have given this paper, this verification paper. Some of their wives and children are suffering till today. Nothing is being done. Let them have God fear.
And moreover, my brother, Nigeria they used billions annually to remember the Armed Forces Day. What do they give to the dead heroes? What do they give to their families? Even we, the current one that we are still alive,
the living heroes,
we are begging for them to pay our.
I'm a military pensioner. I served for more than 10 years. Now, the day I was verified, the very day I did the verification, I was verified by a Navy commander, Commander Borokini. Borokini told me, where have you been? I said, well, when we left, after 10 years, we did not expect anything. But surprisingly, somebody called me that they have been verified. I should go and do my verification. I did it. If you say at the tail end of the verification, they say verification details. They wrote there, certified pensioner. They wrote, even my pension take effect from April 1980. It is written on the top of my verification letter, my verification paper. April 1980, till date, we've not had anything from them. So that is just what I want to say. They are not doing well. And so we have in some quarters that the money has been raised and eaten up, which is possible with Nigeria. When termites are eating money, monkeys are eating, pythons are swallowing money. What is wrong with our pensioners' money that they will not be swallowed? So that is what we had. They are fraudulent people. If they won't let them, if we die, the same will be on their head. You can't keep people. The likes of Ojukwu did not serve up to 10 years. He was promoted to brigadier and given money. Ojukwu joined the army in 1963 and he declared war in 1967. How many years? 4 years. He was paid everything. Those in Biafran army then were paid money. If it's a policeman who serve in the Biafran army were paid. How much more we living veterans?
Railwaymen, they were paid.
We are not given anything. And this asked us to go and do verification. So if we went to Abuja to do this verification, took time to take risks. They risked their life. They went to Abuja to go and do the verification. We did it and nothing deserved from them. We did it twice. I did one in 2015, then the second one in 2017. Nothing has been heard from them till today. Most of us have died now. You can imagine. So if you are in position to do something, please get in touch with them. Tell them some section of the country where retired soldiers in particular are suffering. I never knew such circular will come up. We saw this. Even they even asked us to call the wives of dead soldiers who have put up to 10 years. In that there was a banner then at Bonica, very big banner. If you know anybody whose husband was late and he has served up to 10, he should come and do verification. There's a woman I even consulted. After we brought it to her, she stopped coming.
My name is 63N99429. Last couple
You speak louder, sir.
Last couple Koladeweto. I discharged 1981, and I used 15 years.
Show me your discharge book.
I used 15 years, 168 years this. And they say I do verification. When they come, they say my name, come out. So when we come to do meeting, we then carry our paper to Abuja. When they see our paper, they remove them, say they will take action. Until today, see, and then put his stamp, say they will take action. About 3 or 4, we don't hear any action.